But we also got very drunk. And I comfort eat and I emotionally eat. I just, food is life for me. I've already got water in the case of my camera because it is raining so much. And I've only just made it to park run on time. Trying to get into the park. And I am going to be grabbing myself a new pair of Vivo Barefoots. Hello. Today is the 1st of January 2024. Doesn't feel like it. And hopefully what is going to be the start of the fittest year of my life. I say hopefully because I went down south to see some friends over the New Year period and we were just going to have a nice get together and chat, play some games. And we did, and it was amazing and it was so much fun. And it will be one of the best memories of my life. Maybe better.
That's amazing work, bravo.
I couldn't commission her to do her own birds though.
But we also got very drunk.
Oh, I'm the Yes, you are.
I don't like drinking anyway. 9 times out of 10 I'm actually quite teetotal. I don't really drink unless it's on special occasions. I have not been that drunk since I was 19 years old. I'm currently 35. That's a very long time. The girls are knackered. They've had a very long day of travelling, so they're exhausted. We're still an hour before they have to go to bed, so they're currently catching up on snacks and drinks, aren't you? I did want to actually vlog from the start of the day today, but unfortunately I forgot to take my camera down south with me. I was also hoping to do my first mobility session and calisthenics session of the year today. Hi Lyra. I have a banging headache and everyone says, oh, that's hungover. No, I'm not hungover. More than anything, I'm dehydrated because I didn't actually have a lot of water yesterday. And the more water I drink, the more the headache goes away. I've actually set up my goals for myself this year, both long-term and short-term. So I'm hoping that those will actually go in my favour. I've left myself some more positive messages on the board. I've set up my starting weight for the year. I don't particularly want to focus too much on weight this year because I've been focusing on weights for the last 15, maybe even 20 years of my life. The one year that I did actually get rather fit and rather... I know. The one year that I actually did get rather fit and rather healthy is the year that I stopped caring about my weight and just did fitness for fun. At one point I sort of not fell off the wagon, but I fell off the wagon. I essentially had some ice cream, which I hadn't had in over 6 months. The sugar cravings re-hit and I binged. My fitness plummeted. It was about 6 years ago that I was at my fittest. I am definitely not fit. I can't even do a push-up anymore. I'm struggling. My legs are fairly strong, but they are not mobile or flexible in any way. My whole body is stiff. And thanks to my inflammatory bowel disease, one of the side effects is also inflammatory arthritis, which means my joints become really stiff anytime I have a flare-up. Day one of starting hasn't gone as planned, but I'm not going to let that affect my goals and my desires. I've had a shower, if you can't tell, so I'm good for the night. I'm going to be spending the night recovering from last night's antics. We were up till 5 a.m? 5 a.m. drinking and partying. Can't really call it partying. Enjoying each other's company would be more accurate. But I need to get a lot of stuff ready for work tomorrow and get my schedule up to date. So I'm going to catch up on some work and then I'm going to spend the rest of the night recovering before tomorrow kicks off my first day of attempting to start being consistent with my exercise. Today was meant to be the day I started being consistent with my exercise, but like I said, I'm not going to let it go to heart. I'm going to take it one day at a time. If it's a day that I feel like exercising, I'm going to exercise. If it's a day where I feel like this, I'm not going to exercise. I'm just going to see how things go. So, here's to tomorrow.
It's like I want to work.
Good start for you. I'm the opposite. Focus. There we go. So it is day 2 of my Fit at 35 journey. I've already had breakfast. I had some cereal with some milk just to keep it easy. And now I'm enjoying a hot chocolate because I'm still in the belief that you should not restrict yourself too much. And I am making sure to count the calories just to be 100% sure. I'm going back to work today. which is really annoying. I've actually really enjoyed this week off. I've had so much time to video edit and get stuff set up and get stuff done. And it's actually made me realise I really do want to do video editing and voice acting as a full-time thing. I want to be able to work from home. I don't like the idea of having to go out and go to work in this pissing down rain that's been raining for 3 months, 4 months straight. And just the entirety of is flooded. The dogs are getting covered in filth. It's just, I can't. It's annoying as hell. I do need to leave soon, but I want to try and become better at my business this year. I'll add it to my long list of things I already want to do.
Diversify.
Yes, I want to diversify a bit more. I do actually want to start winding down my dog business and focus more on the voice acting and YouTube, but that's still a very long way to go because I'm not even monetized yet on YouTube. And I'm probably still not going to be monetized on YouTube by the time this video actually goes out, God knows how many months later, because I still have about 7 videos that I need to edit and get out before I can even start this series. But one thing I am going to do from now is focus more on my voice acting, get as much education in as I physically can, YouTube editing more often, focus on both my channels. The girls' channel does need a bit more attention than my current channel, but I don't currently have any videos for my girls' channel because there's not much you can actually post about when it comes to parrots unless it's educational, and that last educational video took me 2 months. What I am going to do now is I am going to sit here, I am going to enjoy my hot chocolate, I'm going to watch some of the Owl House, which Jason's got me into, and then I'm gonna go to work. I was hoping to get up at 7 o'clock this morning, and it didn't happen because I thought I set my alarm for 7, and then it turns out I actually tried to set my alarm for 7 and forgot to save it, so I didn't get up till 9. So I didn't have time to do my exercise this morning, and we're actually going to the cinema tonight to watch Aquaman. So is it Aquaman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Aquaman, which I'm really looking forward to because, you know, Jason Momoa. So we're out on our first walk of the year, and the dogs are very excited. They're extremely happy to be out today. I've already got water in the case of my camera because it is raining so much. It is ridiculously wet right now. There's just rain everywhere. All the fields are waterlogged. What a way to start the new year for my dog walking. It's not too bad, to be honest. I don't mind the rain. The dogs enjoy it. The dogs don't care. The biggest challenge is actually the after clean, when I've got to try and get all the mud off them all. I hope you can actually hear me because the audio when my camera is in this casing isn't very good, so there's no guarantee that what I'm actually saying will be recorded, but hey ho. I'm still using the Pure Step. I want to call them Pure Step, but they're not technically Pure Step. Oh, we're getting misty. We're getting misty. Where did you go? So again, slight problem with recording in the rain is as the phone heats up, it causes steam if there's water inside the case, or vice versa. If the rain lands on the camera, it causes you guys to disappear. So probably not going to be recording much of my dog walks today. It is now 2:40, and I'm having a very rare break. I don't usually get a break, and I'm trying to work out where to put my phone where I can actually somewhat talk to you guys. That doesn't really work, does it? No. I really don't know where to put this because no matter where I put it, it just falls off. I don't have anywhere that's secure and stable. Can you hear me? No, because I know all you can see is my blooming coat, which is no good. Anyway, we'll try this without flailing you guys everywhere. I've actually got a very rare break. I don't usually get breaks on my days off. On my days off, on my work days, I don't usually get a break. Usually on my work days, I am working for so long and have to do everything in such quick succession, and I usually get stuck in so much traffic that I don't usually have time for a break. However, I finished my walks at about 2:15 today, and I've got 1 walk left to do, but I can't do them before 3 o'clock. So I've actually got a break, so I've nipped to Morrison's. First thing that I don't usually do is I got a salad. Is this like a make your own kind of salad? So it's got 2 boiled eggs, I put some pesto pasta in there, and some cucumber, some carrots, I forgot what they were called then, and I've also got some peppers in there somewhere, some yellow peppers or bell peppers, whatever you want to call them. I've also got myself some Billy Bear because I do actually love snacking on Billy Bear. This is like my go-to if I'm ever in a rush at work and I do actually have 2 seconds to pop into a shop. And then I've also got myself some Tiger Buns because I love the Tiger Buns from Morrison's. The dog only lives like 5 minutes from here, so I might as well just sit in the car park and enjoy food while I'm waiting before I go. So this is nice. I don't usually get to do this. So I'm on my last walk of the day with my last dog. She's currently playing Find the Treat. But this particular park that I bring her to, it's a bit out of my way personally, but it does actually have a mini calisthenics gym. And the reason I call it a mini calisthenics gym is because all it has is these pull-up bars, and then just behind me it has some tricep dip bars or L-sit bars. That's it. All the others is your usual kids cardio stuff that you usually find. But this is the closest we have to a calisthenics gym here where I live, and there is another park that has a pull-up bar and some parallel bars, which is closer to home for me, but it is in the middle of a very, very busy park. And I do actually quite often see people using it. I've just never been brave enough to try it myself. And also, because we are in England, this is our weather 98% of the time. I say 98 is a bit of a stretch. 80 to 85% of the time, this is our weather. It's usually pouring down. So trying to hold on to these pull-up bars is difficult, to say the least. To be honest, that's actually not too bad. It's actually just the right hand size for grip. But I'd rather not try to pull up on it right now, considering A, I can't do one, and B, it's pouring down with rain, and that's very, very slippy. As of right now, it is just gone 11 o'clock. I say just gone, 11:05 on day 2, and I've not had a chance to do any of my mobility training or calisthenics training today. I got up late and it was a bad day at work. I say a bad day at work, it was a long day at work. I had to rush through food because me and Jason, one of the things I got for my Christmas, I'm not making any sense here. Let's start this whole thing again. Clap, 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 clap. I've not had a chance to do my mobility training or calisthenics training today. However, I have done some other things instead. I had a healthy tea at dinner. I was craving a lot of carbs, so I had a carb heavy tea, but I still made sure to track my calories, and I still ate around 2,000, just over 2,000 calories. So I'm doing fine as far as calories are concerned. If anything, I'll maintain. I'm not meant to be caring about weight, but I do care about my calories because I'm bad for overeating. I binge eat like crazy, and I comfort eat, and I emotionally eat. I just, food is life for me. Having a healthy dinner today was a big positive, a very big positive. I've not had any of my allergen foods again today. Me and my partner actually went to watch Aquaman tonight. So we got 2 tickets to Cineworld, including a large popcorn to share and 2 regular drinks. We went for the zero sugar tango ice blast because we both love the ice blast, and the fact that it was 0 sugar meant it was lowering calories. Don't know how much lowering calories, but it's lowering calories. And then we had some sweet popcorn, and I actually noticed the calories on that. Popcorn is really high in calories. I never knew that. A regular thing of popcorn, sweet popcorn, is 600 calories. That's crazy. It feels like air in your mouth. Jason ate majority of that, and I just had a few handfuls here and there. We watched Aquaman, which was great. I say great. It had its flaws, but it was okay. But one thing we did in order to compensate me not having time to do my mobility training and calisthenics training today was we walked to the cinema, and he made sure I walked at a slightly faster pace in order to burn off a bit more energy. So I'm very grateful to him for that. One downside we did have with the faster walking or higher pace was my new barefoot shoes, which I'm still testing out. I've got 1 more week, I think, before I do a review about them. But I'll tell you what, I'm not wearing them much longer. I don't know whether or not it's the way they're designed, but when I'm walking in them, the heel, the back of it is very, very stiff, and it cuts into my ankle at just the wrong point. And I swear to God, it feels like I'm breaking my Achilles heel every time I walk in them. Only on my left foot, and I could not figure out why. And I've only been wearing these shoes now for about a month and a half. And in that month and a half, I checked the insoles, and the insoles are actually sliding out of place. One thing that I notice is when I'm walking in these particular shoes, my feet are folding inwards. They are rolling inwards like they used to before I started wearing barefoot shoes, which really confused me because barefoot shoes are meant to help with that, not continue to aggravate the problems that you already have. I got rid of this problem when I was using the Vivo barefoots, and this problem has now reoccurred now that I'm wearing these shoes. Jason got the exact same pair but from a different company, and his mum pointed out that his feet are doing the exact same thing. His feet appear to be rolling inwards, or his ankles appear to be rolling inwards when he's walking in these particular barefoot shoes. Now Jason has goddamn strong feet. He has a fantastic arch in his feet. So his feet should not be rolling in any way, shape or form. It's weird that both of our feet are rolling in these shoes when his feet have never rolled before. He doesn't have flat feet. He's never had flat feet. He has damn good arches. Interesting to see that they are in these shoes. The pain in my ankle plus the rolling of my feet causing me joint pain and hip pain and all sorts, making me stiff as anything on top of the pain I already have on a regular. Don't like these, so I am actually going to go online right now. It's 11 o'clock at night. I should be heading to bed so I can get a good night's sleep, but instead I'm going online and I am going to be grabbing myself a new pair of Vivo barefoots. I've realised and learnt the hard way that the price does reflect the quality. I'm going back to Vivo's. So I'm on Vivo Barefoot's website now, and I'm currently comparing 2 of their shoes, which is the Tracker Forest and the Tracker Winter. And to be fair, both shoes are very, very similar. Tracker Forest very visibly comes higher up on the foot and has more visible grip on a lot of parts of the sole. The Tracker Winter looks a lot softer and a lot more flexible, and it looks like it's a lot less rigid, which is kind of what I'm looking for. So they're both the same price, which is expensive. Breathability, oh, that's interesting. Forest has better breathability than the Winter. The Winter actually has low breathability but higher water resistance. This is what we're looking at. So we've got the Tracker and we've got the Winter. Ding, 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 ding. So you can see there is a slight difference. And this is the bit that I was looking at. So they're both wet and muddy, which is exactly what I need. Breathability, it says, describes the amount of air that flows in and out of your Vivos. The more breathable your Vivos, the more they let air through to cool down your feet. Breathability is usually associated with natural materials, open meshes, heavily used across the collection. Whereas water resistance is obviously made from materials that repel water and materials that are non-absorbent. Breathability, the Winters are crap, which means my feet will probably sweat quite a bit if needed. These ones have much better breathability. These ones have a higher water resistance, but only by 1 notch. Both Vivos fit true to size, that's good. These ones are ever so slightly heavier. Oh, these are repairable. This is not sponsored, by the way, in any way, shape or form. This is what it means by repairable. Instead of throwing your worn Vivos away, revive them. We can repair most Vivos for greater longevity and less landfill. This is one of the reasons why I love Vivo Barefoots. Most places don't do this, but Vivo Defu does. That makes that very inviting. Winter ones nearly won me over because apparently the reason they're not breathable is because they have a thermal insole, which is better for winter when it's freezing cold. You need that extra heating. So they nearly swayed me, but the fact that the Forests are repairable when you're using them every single freaking day like I do, that's a very big deal. Oh, they're puncture resistant. That's handy for dogs. Stuff it these way. Woohoo! And I have a new pair of shoes. I don't know when my new Vivos will be arriving, but they are now ordered, which is good and sorted, and one less thing for me to worry about. At least now I might actually have a waterproof pair of shoes on the way. And with that, I do actually need to go to bed. So good night, and I will see you in about 3 seconds. So it is now Wednesday the 3rd and the start of day 3. So far, I've actually done quite well today. I actually woke up on time, finally. I woke up just after 7 o'clock. I started the day, as usual, with a hot chocolate. But I did change my breakfast this morning. The tiger buns I bought yesterday, I didn't want to leave them to go stale because they are really soft and fluffy and delicious right now. So I had a couple of the tiger buns with just some jam. I technically did get up in time to do some kind of exercise this morning, but I do actually have a lot of bits to get done for my business. I need to chop up some treats. I need to make sure that my clothes and everything from yesterday are dry, like my coat, my jacket and stuff. And I've also got to, there's something else I had to do. I had to check schedule and admin and stuff. Unfortunately, I ran out of time because I also had to get stuff ready for the parrots. So I'm a bit tired, as you could tell. I'm hoping I'm going to get home nice and early. I don't actually have anything planned on tonight. Because I don't have anything planned when I get home, hi coffee, I do plan on doing my exercises and my mobility and my calisthenics training tonight. So I've already missed day 1 of calisthenics training, and to be fair, it was New Year's Day and I was travelling and recovering from all sorts. So I'm going to let myself go with that, but I am going to try and push for day 3. Here we go. Today will hopefully be my first training day. Although one thing I am not looking forward to is it is pouring down with rain again today. I was already soggy enough from yesterday. Really badly don't want to get wet again today. It's been raining for 3 months straight and I'm getting sick of it. I just want one dry day. Apologise if the audio is not too good right now. I am currently out with my last group walk of the day. The dogs are down there and we are enjoying a lovely chilled sunset walk. Today I did something slightly different. For the first time since June last year, I've actually got wellies on. Now I did actually technically wear wellies during our Christmas walk. We always do a Boxing Day Christmas walk with Jason's family down south. I did wear wellies for that, but I wear wellies for that every year because it's usually ankle to knee deep in mud. But with that one exception, I haven't wore something that isn't barefoot shoes since June. And I'm not gonna lie, I can feel it on my goddamn hips today. Even though they are wellies and they're designed for this sort of terrain, I can feel just from not wearing barefoot shoes that these are actually really hurting my hips. Pain all down my right leg because of the different angle in the shoes and the fact that my feet can't bend and flex with the floor like it usually does. Look at these two. Laying. And you got him down there, off on his own adventure. My body has definitely got used to barefoot shoes. This is quite painful. Not long got home from work, considering I set off at between 9:30 and 10 this morning, so I actually set off on time, and yet it's only just turned 6:10 and I've only just got home. I know I sound like a blooming moping myrtle when I say that, but I work as a dog walker, you know? It's like I'm not meant to be working more than 6 hours a day. That should be my limit. Oh, the weather's actually the worst part about the job. It gets to you after a while. So because I've not long got home, I am going to get myself some hot chocolate to warm me up because I am goddamn freezing. When you spend a large portion of your day outside in the rain, in the freezing cold winds, you get damn cold. And I always crave a hot drink of some form when I get home. My favourite hot drink is a hot chocolate. I go Starbucks, I get a hot chocolate. I go Costa, I get a hot chocolate. I always make sure to get the almond or oat or coconut or whatever milk they have available on the day. I nearly always get a hot chocolate. For my lunch today at work, I actually managed to have less than 5 minutes to nip into Morrison's, so I got myself another salad. I've got the same ingredients as I got last time. I've not had a break today. I've quite literally snacked on it in between walks. That's how much I've been able to eat. And I also got myself some more buns because I really love these Morrison buns. So delicious. I'm going to use these buns to make a sausage butty, and then I'm going to finish off my salad, and then I'm finally going to be able to do my first mobility training session of the year. I want to do the calisthenics training as well, but my hips and my knees are killing me from today's walking, from wearing the boot, from wearing the wellies. I'm going to do the mobility training first and then see how I feel after that. If I feel like I can do some strength training, I'll do some strength training. If not, I'll see how tomorrow goes. I am such an idiot. I've spent all night doing social media and clearing out storage space on my phone and doing stuff for work. I've still technically not finished work because I still need to chop up the treats for tomorrow. It's currently 10 o'clock at night. This is why I hate getting home late from work. This is why I don't like these long days. I'm still working up until 10 o'clock at night. It just feels like there's no time. Never enough time in the day. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do my mobility training as planned. I am going to try and go to bed on time, aka before 11, get a good night's sleep, and if I can get a good enough night's sleep, I should be able to wake up on time again tomorrow, and hopefully have time to do them in the morning. That's the desire. Whether or not that'll happen is another matter completely. So it is day 4 of 2024. It's already 7:15 at night, and to be fair, I was taking a break. It was a long day at work. I was meant to be going BSL quiet tonight, but I decided to cancel it because I've already complained enough that I've not had time to do my exercises the last 3 days, and I've been working my arse off. I'm not going to do my calisthenics training tonight. I'm going to save that for another day because I'm quite physically tired as well as mentally tired today. But before I can do any of my mobility exercises, I actually need to hoover the floor because the floor is a mess. One of the downsides of living with parrots. So I'm just about to do my exercises, and I just realised, with it being the start of the year and the start of the month, and the fact that I've not actually done any of this for a while, I actually do need to do or redo the tests, which tell me at what point I've made improvements. But obviously I don't want to put the whole thing on here because at the end of the day, I have paid money for this programme. I'm going to do just like a brief speed through of the tests, make note of them myself. So I've just completed my tests, and compared to when I actually first wrote them down, which I believe I've done in a previous vlog, I've not done well. I'm about the same, if not worse. And to be fair, I have been neglecting my mobility. I say neglecting, I got way too busy to actually do any mobility training over in December. So I must have gone at least a month without doing any mobility training, and even before that I was only doing it once a week. So it's not surprising that I've gone downhill. On top of that, I've not been doing any cardio training. I've not been doing any calisthenics training before now. So it's really not surprised that I keep on downhill and downhill. That's the point of this year. The point of this year is to get myself back into it, get myself training again, get myself back into fitness. Starting first training session today. You've done the tests, you've done the starting point. First training session today. Day 4 successful. My God. Do you know what? Just the mobility training right now is effort, like a lot of effort. I actually remember it being easier than that when I first ever did it. That was really hard. Although I did manage 10 reps of some of the exercises and 5 reps of some of the other, at least 5 reps of all the other exercises. And usually I struggle with 2 to 3 reps on my bad days, so that was okay. Oh, I'm tired now though, I need to go get a shower. So it's the start of day 5 and I've woke up late, which is okay because I ended up having a cuddle with my partner. It's actually a really nice day today. The weather is looking lovely. It's actually quite cold as well today though. I'm actually running a bit late for work. I was hoping to leave in 5 minutes, but I've only just got my breakfast, so that isn't going to happen anytime soon. But something that did interest me last night, after I finished my mobility training and after I had a minute to breathe and update all my social medias and went and got a shower, I started having a full-on boogie in the shower. I was feeling great. Like, I felt amazing and I was just enjoying myself. I was just having fun. I felt full of energy. I felt fantastic and it was really confusing. I'm like, why do I suddenly feel full of energy? Before I did my mobility training, I was absolutely knackered. So I was hoping to do another session again this morning because I was hoping that might give me a bit of boost of energy for the day. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. And that's okay, because what we're going to do is we are going to eat our breakfast and then we are going to head to work. I've actually got a quiet day at work today, which I'm looking forward to, so I can get away with being a little bit late. Are you shouting at me now? Yeah, so I can get away with being a little bit late and I am going to grab food while I am out, or grab my dinner while I am out again. I think I might just go Greg's or something. I might go Morrison's again, I've not decided. But either way, we're going to get something to snack on while we're out, and then when I get home, I'm going to try and squeeze in another mobility session while I actually have the time today. And tomorrow, I'm hoping for it to be my first run back at Park Run for too long. Are you having fun on my shoulder? Yes? Yeah. Day 5, and I had a super long day at work, so much so that I barely had time for breakfast, I skipped lunch completely, and I worked non-stop all the way through from 9 o'clock in the morning through till 6 p.m. in the evening. And while I was at work, I got this weird craving for enchiladas, so I gave Jason a ring, asked him if he wanted enchiladas too, and we agreed that enchiladas would probably be a good idea for tea. While I was at work, I was actually debating whether or not to go back to pole and aerial, because I do really miss it and it makes a great calisthenics exercise. But the reality is I just can't afford it right now, so I'm going to put it off and maybe consider going back in April instead. As for the enchiladas, I always end up putting more cheese on my side of the enchiladas than Jason, partially because I love cheese. I go mad for cheese. It is by far my weakness. Whereas too much cheese for Jason can actually hurt his stomach, so I don't really want to affect him. I'm also useless at calculating calories for big meals like this, so I've got no idea how many calories are actually in this, especially due to there being more cheese on one side than the other. It makes it quite difficult to work out. And we also didn't weigh out the ingredients, so that also makes it difficult to work out the calories. But on the plus side, I cooked a meal, which I don't do very often, so I can be proud of that at least. I finished my enchiladas about 2 hours ago, and I've been procrastinating for the last 2 hours ever since, because Jason turned around and said to me, "You need to do your exercise." And that instantly took my body into, no, we do need to do the exercise after we do this game. We do need to do the exercise after we watch this program. We do need to do the exercise after we watch this TikTok. Oh, and it's been a bit difficult to get out of that funk, but I've managed to snap myself out of it somehow, and now I am actually going to do my exercises, my mobility exercises. It's not that I don't want to do them, my brain just doesn't want to do them because it knows it needs to do them. I can't explain it, but I'm going to get them done. I have to, because I'm recording it to say I'm getting it done. I think this is literally my main thing, to actually make sure I do things, because genuinely as soon as I turn the camera on, it's like, I need to do it. I can guarantee I'll do it. It's just, I can't explain it. Anyway, I'm going to stop yabbering and get these exercises done. My mobility session down. Jason just got the idea into my head, I can't English, to give some pull-ups a go, or chin-ups a go on the pull-up bar. So I'm going to attempt one first, which I know I'm going to fail at, but we're going to try anyway. And then we're going to attempt 5 reverse chin-ups and then 5 scapular pulls. The last time I actually managed to do a chin-up was because I was doing 5 to 10 reverse chin-ups and 5 to 10 reverse pull-ups every single day without fail, no breaks. Almost like it was a daily requirement for my body. And I actually progressed really quickly, and I didn't need that much recovery from it because it was only 5 a day, and it was just randomly, it didn't even have to be all at the same time, it was just 5 at some point through the day. Tell you what, mobility training isn't easy. When you first look at the blooming program, you look at it and think, God, that looks easy as hell, I can do all that, that's really simple. You go to try it and it's blooming hard. And this is true, it wouldn't be fun if it was easy. Alright, I need to do my chin-ups now, or do my reverse training, strengthening chin-ups. Loads of people said, oh yeah, it's really stable. This one is like, not with my body weight apparently. I'm definitely not getting a chin up anytime soon. The fact is, I'm trying, and that's what matters. Consistency. For now, I'm going to chill out for the rest of the evening and try and get somewhat early night, by which I mean actually go to bed on time, just after 10, and more accurately, make sure I get up in time for park run tomorrow and go for my first run of the year. Day 6. And I've only just made it to park run on time. There's literally a queue for 10 minutes trying to get into the park. I finally made it, and I got to the actual start line just as they were setting off. So I managed to make it. So I'm up doing park run. First walking break, and I'd done about 1.5 kilometres before I started walking, which I'm quite impressed at, because usually I struggle to walk run 100 metres, considering I've not been running for about 4 months as well. I'm quite proud of that achievement already. Second walk break, 2.4 kilometres in. I always find it easy to run when I'm cheering others on, sort of distracts me from the fact that I'm running. But on this field, it doesn't have to drain your energy. Grass and mud drains your energy, it's really hard. But it's harder to run on grass and mud than it is to run pavement and paths. Thank you, darling. Well done to you too. Oh. Same. Literally got stuck outside for 10 minutes trying to get in. Tail runners just coming in. Not that you can see them through the mist. There we go. I did it. Completed park run, and I did it in a time of 45 minutes according to my Garmin, or 45 minutes 17 seconds to be exact. So feeling dead, but very achieved. I'm just glad that I actually got out of bed to do it. I had so many obstacles that would have usually stopped me from coming, like waking up late and having to rush to get dressed and having to de-ice my car when I finally got out the house. So I woke up hungry, so I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have breakfast before I go, so I'm not gonna make it. And then I just ran to the cupboard and got out a Cliff Bar, because we've got loads of Cliff Bars that I've not ate. So I just grabbed a Cliff Bar. I was like, right, this can be I can eat half of it on the way there, and then I can eat half once I've finished. So I've got me Cliff Bar still to eat. And then once I actually got here, turns out one of the other local park runs have actually closed or cancelled for today due to the weather, because there was some serious ice overnight, and even this route was very, very slippy. And because of that, everyone from that park run came here. So instead of usually it taking me 5 minutes to get here, it actually took me nearly 15 minutes to get here. I was literally in a queue for about 10 minutes waiting to get into this goddamn car park, and thankfully the car park is big enough to fit everyone. But I was so heartbroken. I'm like, I'm not going to get started on time, I'm not going to get started on time, I'm not going to get in on time. And again, that would usually be a barrier. I'd usually turn around and leave. Well, I wouldn't have, because my brain would have gone, well, you're already here now, you might as well do it, even if you're starting late. Genuinely, as I parked up and got out my car and started walking to the start line, usually at this point I would actually be going to the toilet to do a last minute toilet run, and there was just no time, because literally as I was getting out my car, I heard them go, all right runners, in 3, 2, 1, no! I charged towards that goddamn start line. I was like, don't start without me! And I wasn't the only one. There was so many runners that didn't end up starting on time. It was ridiculous. I just realised how cloudy this actually looks because of the screen cover being a bit dirty. But there were so many late starters, so many late starters. And even when I was running with a small group, the amount of people passing us was hilarious, because only the people that got here early for a warm-up got started on time. No one, except for those early few, got started on time, which was hilarious. Oh, one sec, dry skin. My usual friend who I meet up with at Park Run wasn't here, and I asked one of the marshals. Apparently she's not been here for a couple of weeks, or for a few weeks now, so that threw me. So she's not been since before Christmas. I dropped her a message just to see if she's okay, because obviously I've not done Park Run properly for years. I've only been coming once every 2 to 3 months, God knows how many years. I've not properly stuck to it because life has got in the way and work has got in the way. This year's the year that I promised myself to get back into fitness, back into things. So I've made a new Park Run friend, which is always a bonus. If you can ever get to Park Run and make some Park Run friends, it really does help. Really does help with your motivation, having someone to chat with, either on the run or at the end of the run. I am going to go home, I am going to get a shower, I am going to finish my Cliff Bar, and I think I'm going to rest. Me and Jason do actually have a lot of stuff to do today, and I don't actually know what it is we've got planned. I am home and showered, and very messy hair right now. It's not dried very well. It's dried in this sort of weird mop thing. And I have a bird on my head right now. Lyra, get off my head. So one of the things I was hoping to do today It was actually start setting up my voiceover studio, and I still plan on doing that, or at least getting it prepared. I have that in plan for today. However, my camera is actually really low on battery and needs charging, so I'm going to actually do some video editing now until my camera is finished charging, and then I'm actually going to go and start on my voiceover studio. So we are on day 7 of my fitness, or fitter and healthier lifestyle, and to be fair, we're not doing too bad today. I say really well. I've not had breakfast, but that's because I am actually heading into town right now to meet up with a very old friend. I say very old friend, that sounds rude in a way, you take it in the wrong context. The person I'm meeting up with is actually my old pole bestie. I've not seen her for a good few months now, and I have missed her, so we've agreed to meet up and have a catch up. So I'm going into town and we're going to get some brunch while we're in town and hopefully have a nice chat and a catch up. I'm trying to be healthy about it, so I'm actually walking into town. But it's actually very, very icy today. Everywhere's frozen over. The only places that aren't frozen is where the sun's currently hitting. And unfortunately on my street, the sun does not hit at all first thing in the morning. So my entire street is frozen, and I'm technically wearing anti-slip barefoot shoes, but there is nothing anti-slip about them when it comes to ice. In fact, considering they boast about being anti-slip, there is nothing at all anti-slip about these shoes. I have slipped on everything. I know I got them from Pure Step. Jason got the same pair from Grenoda, something like that. And personally, I can't recommend them because they're meant to be anti-slip. They are not anti-slip. They're meant to be water resistant. They are water resistant for a very short period of time. If it's raining or anything, your feet are going to get wet. But like I said, we're walking into town and trying to get some health benefits out of this today. So trudging on we go.